What's up?
What up? Tell me about your crypto experience.
Oh, we're getting right into it. Okay. So my name is Lete. I'm a model actress. I was Miss Indiana USA in 2020.
Damn.
Played professional volleyball in Switzerland.
That's pretty legit. And now you want to do crypto.
And now I want to do crypto. My amount of crypto experience is non-existent, but I'm eager to learn. Coachable.
Why? What brought you into crypto or even thinking about crypto?
I've just seen and heard about way too many people making so much money.
All the money, yeah.
And I also feel like it's something that not a lot of women take control of, like their finances and being financially independent. I always hear about like, oh, I want to date him. Oh, he's got money. Oh, he bought me this. Oh, I'm gonna go out to dinner. Oh, I'm just going out to dinner with him so I can get a free meal. Like, the fuck? Like, why can't we pay for our own meals? Like, I don't.
About that.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm about a man treating me good and spoiling me, but I don't want to have to depend on a significant other or a partner to worry about my future with my finances.
I think crypto is a great way to like take control of your own finances.
Yeah.
And like, if you really learn the ins and out, you can definitely make more money than, people who even just work regular jobs.
Okay, so you have experience in crypto.
Yes, so my name's Jason, and I definitely do have a lot of experience in crypto. I have more experience trading stocks. Okay, so yeah, my crypto experience, the first time I ever heard about Bitcoin was in 2011, I think.
Okay.
So one of my buddies was a producer. He produced music, and he was buying different instruments to produce music with from Europe using Bitcoin. And I was like, what the hell is that, bro? Like, Bitcoin? He's like, I don't know, man. I just can buy stuff for like 75% off. I didn't really think anything of it. Fast forward or whatever to 2016, and another one of my buddies was like, yo, you ever heard about this crypto stuff? And I was like, yeah, like I heard of Bitcoin. He's like, dude, there's this new coin called Ethereum. And I was like, Ethereum? And he's like, yeah, dude, it's going to be the future. It's going to be the future. Ethereum was like $11 at this point. Right? So like $11, super cheap. And I was like, this dude's talking crazy. Like, I don't know what this shit's even like meant for or anything like that. And then I watched it go from $11 to about like 1,300. And I was like, yo.
Wait, within what time period?
I want to say it was like 4 months.
Oh, in 2016 it went to 1,300?
Okay, so maybe more. So it was like, he told me about it right at graduation. So that was like in June. That was halfway through June. And then I remember seeing it in December all the way up past 1,000. And I was like, yo, this is insane. Like that's 100x or whatever. And I didn't invest, but on the way down, I like actually got a Coinbase account. I bought some Ethereum, and then because it was super, super low, I think I got it for like 280 after I had this huge crash, bought a couple, and then I had a decent pump. And I was trading stocks at the time, so I just knew kind of like buy the red after it's like super, super red, like buy the red, and then if it pumps, sell. So I actually did pump a little bit, and I sold and I made money, and then I was like, that's it, I'm out. And then I was watching it because like, I'm always watching stocks and everything like that. I was like, okay, crypto, like there's this whole thing. It just had this huge blow up but every day it was just like down, down, down. And I was like, okay, I don't want to invest in any of this stuff. And then, I guess, fast forward to 2020, all the stocks crashed like crazy. And the first buy that I had was about the second day of when everything was kind of like just losing its shit. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm catching a dip here. But no, like the next 4 days, it was just down, down, down. And I had lost like, I don't know, like almost half the money I put in. I was like, oh my God, like everything's going to zero. So I sold out. And then a couple days afterwards, that's when I was just like, okay, it's still dropping. If everything goes to zero, everybody's screwed. So I'm just going to put all my money back in, like in Tesla. And if my money goes to zero, so does everybody else's. So we're all screwed. But then it turned around, started, pumping up again. And then I saw Ethereum at like $90. And I was like, man, I'm not going to miss this opportunity again. And by the time
in 2020 it was $90.
Yeah, it was like, it was like $90, $91.
Oh.
Yeah, this was like March 2020, so not even that long ago. And it's over 3K now.
Yeah, I know, I'm aware.
So yeah, I was like, okay, I'm gonna throw, because I actually, what happened was one of my good friends caught COVID, and he was one of the first cases in our county of Eugene, Oregon. Mm-hmm. And so I was like with him the entire night. You know, it was his brother's birthday, so we were out, like, you know, interacting with each other. He got COVID, tested positive, so I had like all the health officers calling me because he was like, okay, I was with this person, this person, this person, and so they called me and they're like, hey, we have to quarantine you. You have to test, blah blah blah, but you're gonna get paid for this entire quarantine. So I got like a little over $2,000.
Wait, how are you paid for your quarantine?
Because I was driving a little bit of Grubhub at the time, and Grubhub was like, we're gonna pay you out the whole 2 weeks. I don't know.
They feel like it was their fault.
They're not their fault, but just that like I had no control over working or not. So like I was driving a little bit for them, but I don't know why they gave me 2,000. I feel like that was kind of a lot. I wasn't complaining. Nice. Yeah. So like I got into my Coinbase and Ethereum. I think my first purchase was at like 185, and then I just kept doing it till like 220, and then I bought a bunch of Chainlink. And yeah, I was still doing stocks, and my crypto, I wasn't really looking at it, but it just kept going up and up and up. And then after one point, I was like, okay, I need to like figure out what all this stuff is, because like my money's going straight up. I want to know why. Like, is it going to keep going up more, or like, you know, do I need to get out? So that's kind of where my crypto experience, I guess, started.
And you were just obsessed after that.
Yeah, after that, I mean, it was like, holy cow. So the other thing is that everybody was like, everybody around me, I had a couple friends that were investing. Most of my other friends weren't investing, and they're all like, dude, you just like tripled your money on crypto, like sell everything now. My parents were like, sell everything. You just made so much, sell, 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 sell. I was like, guys, I think like this has a future. Like this is different. Like this is really different. But I did. Different. So I'm like, she really is different though when it comes to crypto. God, the love and hate relationship. But yeah, so like I sold a little bit. I got like a bunch of Jordans because I thought that was going to be a good investment, because the whole Jordan documentary was about to come out in a couple months. Ended up those Jordans all doubled or tripled in value from when I bought it. So it was good. And then I got a bunch of gold because everyone was like, no, dude, gold is going to be better than crypto. Put your money in gold. So I put a couple thousand in gold, and it kept going up. It just kept going up. So yeah, I started watching some YouTube videos and was really just trading based off of technical analysis. So like if I saw a graph that looked good, that made a higher low, it looked like it was about to break out, I'd put my money into that, ride the pump, take it out, find something else that was more undervalued. But I didn't know like crypto Twitter. I didn't know anything about communities. I didn't know Discord. I didn't know any of that.
Oh yeah. I didn't know that about that either, but I've been hearing people talking about all these different channels that they're getting their information from.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's not channels that anybody not in the crypto space would know about, like Discord.
Exactly.
Never really heard about that. Telegram is something that influencers use so we can like go like and comment on each other's posts. So when someone I met was like, oh, add me on Telegram. I was like, I'm sorry, what?
And that was at
Art Basel.
At Art Basel, yeah.
Yeah, this past year. I was like, what is going on? I was just so confused the entire time I'm there. I'm still confused, but I'm getting more on track with what's going on.
So you were at Art Basel, right?
Yeah.
And that's like, you know, it's big for art, but obviously NFTs. Everyone is like NFTs and crypto.
Yes.
What made you want to go to Art Basel?
Well, I was living in Miami at the time.
Oh.
So I was already going. And then
you were already there.
And then one of my friends whose podcast I was on was like, hey, like let's link up. I'm going to this dodgeball crypto event tomorrow if you want to come. And I was like, nerds in dodgeball?
Whoa. Sign
me up. Dude. I'm in there. I'm like a savage. I'm like, what? Oh. Yeah. Just like blasting people.
You were playing in this tournament?
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh my God. That sounds so much fun.
It was so much fun. And then these people just kept inviting me to different events throughout the day. So I was with the plug. The homegirl I was with, she was, I swear, oh God, she was taking me everywhere. I think we went to like 6 different events that day. So this whole day, I'm wearing my like 2-piece workout set.
Your dodgeball uniform.
Yes. So all these different events. And I'm just like, what is going on? And people were talking about all these different innovations and things coming out. And of course, there were these NFT parties with like guys in sweatshirts that were millionaires. I was just like, this world is wild. I have no idea what's going on, but all I know is all these people, or a lot of the people I met, had a lot of money and were actually cool. Like, I'm used to the entertainment world where people like to flex and they're kind of douchey and kind of full of themselves.
Yeah.
But at Art Basel, I met so many people that were just fun, exciting people to talk to be around. I'll help you whenever you want. Like, let me know. I can tell you what I'm investing in and tell you why. Like, I felt like people really wanted to share what information they knew and help each other, which I don't feel like it's like that in a lot of successful other industries. I feel like people hoard their information and it's like, you figure it out on your own. Like, I know that's what it's like in the influencer world. People are like, oh, I'll share you my techniques. And you don't share all your techniques. No one does. They keep it, they keep a little bit for themselves. They don't want to share too much. They don't want anybody to get too far ahead of them. Yeah. But in the crypto world, I feel like it's a community that if I'm winning and you're winning, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Like, we can all win. Like, there's enough for all of us. Absolutely. That's the mentality that I've noticed that crypto people have.
Yep. And I think a reason for that too is that it's just, we're still so early and it's like such an early innovation space. Nobody knows what's going on. Yeah. Like, for sure, like, you can talk to people like the heads of, whatever projects, the top notch people, and everybody has an idea, but in reality, nobody knows for sure. Like, nobody knows if we're just going to keep going, up only, or if like we're going to have this big crash like we did in May, or kind of like we're crashing now. Nobody like knows for certain. Yeah. So it's super new.
And I've noticed that everyone's humble in the way that they're like, I know a lot, but I don't know everything. Like, I still have to research every day and see what the new trends are, see what's new that's coming out. And also I've noticed that people can just contact people. They're like, oh, like, I know the creator of this chain or crypto or whatever, and they're on Twitter, and I just messaged them and asked if I could call them later, and I did. I'm like, what? Like, dude, you can never talk to like a CEO of a corporation and stock and be like, hello, hi, Bill Gates. Like, can I, ask you a few questions about Microsoft? Like, what?
Yeah, that's a very good point, actually, because it really is like that in normal industries. You're not talking to anybody top notch. You're not talking to the head of anybody. But crypto, it's still like all of these guys are wanting to bring in new people to their projects. Yeah. Right. So they're like, okay, this person, like, this person sounds like they kind of know what they're talking about. Maybe we should meet up and like, have a conversation together and see how we can like, connect and network. Yeah. So I think that's something that's like really, really cool that's going on right now in the space for sure.
This is something that we've obviously stated. I don't know what's going on really. You kind of have like a few years of experience. Yeah. You go back way to like 2011 when we first heard about it. I do remember like those Bitcoin ATMs. Yes. That's the only thing I really remember about Bitcoin from like way back when. But I remember people like, it's a scam, it's stupid, don't do it. But there's so much going on right now. Like, what would you recommend that you can start with?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. Starting out, I think the most important thing is figuring out how to get money from your bank account into a crypto wallet. Because a crypto wallet is something that you can, once you have the crypto wallet, it's almost like your keys to get into the cryptoverse. Because like for me, I always use Coinbase because it's really easy. I can put my money into Coinbase within 24 hours or right away it's tradable. But then I can't send the coins out for like 6 or 7 days. They have kind of like a window. And then after that, I can start moving it to my MetaMask where I can bridge to different ecosystems. Yeah. And that's where it starts to get really
I was say all of this stuff. I'm like, MetaMask ecosystem. Are we in the forest? Okay, cool. So just kind of probably, I guess the first step is like, I feel like deciding to do it first off because I have a lot of money in my savings and I'm like comfortable with it there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people are in your position where they have, a good savings, they've done well, and they see crypto as like kind of a pump and dump. Like,
could be a scam.
It could be a scam. Like, you don't really understand it. I mean, I still don't fully understand it. And it's like, if you have money and you want to put it into something, that's a huge leap. Like, you know what I mean? If you don't fully understand it. So it's really scary and it requires a lot of research or knowing the right people and stuff like that. And even if you do, like, you have to have faith in what they're saying. Like, because I had one person tell me to put money in crypto in 2016 and it was super cheap. And I was like, dude, what is this guy talking about? And then it blew up and I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to miss that opportunity again. And luckily, Ethereum was just a good coin and
Yeah.
it blew up the same way again. But yeah, it's hard. Like, it's scary.
So like what, YouTube? That's the best way to learn?
Yeah, I think YouTube, there's a lot of really good sources of information. You have to be careful though, because there's a lot of YouTubers that are looking for views. Like, they're looking for engagement. They're looking to build their social media channel. They're not necessarily looking to inform or teach the community about like what's really happening or like how stuff really works. Because I see YouTube headers all the time. Buy this coin, in May, and you're gonna 100x your money. That sounds kind of scammy. Like, that stuff does happen, but by the time a YouTuber's putting it out,
it's too late.
It's too late. Like, they're already got their bags packed. They got paid by the company or whatever. Like, they're wanting to blow their money up even more so they can sell on everybody.
So they have different incentives than to just help.
I think a large majority of them do, yes.
So are there a few channels that you recommend to look at to get started?
I would say the best ones to get started out, honestly, would be technical analysis channels, because they're unbiased. They're only going like purely off of the graph. And that's something that, like, when I started with stocks, it was just purely off graph. But those guys are, I would say, the most unbiased. And then maybe after you watch some of their videos and get a little understanding about how that works, you can go search up that coin on YouTube. Maybe you'll find some header that's like, this coin's gonna go 100x
to the moon.
To the moon. But if you do watch it and don't fully believe, like, don't put your whole life savings on it, don't put your house on it, but just kind of watch the video to kind of, because they will explain to you what the coin is, and then you'll get a knowledge from it. But yeah, I'd say start. So
is there a specific channel?
Yeah, Benjamin Cohen was the #1 person that I watched back in the day, because he just did a perfect breakdown, completely unbiased. I would look for him to TA, and then I would look about the fundamentals of the coin afterwards.
You're hitting me with too much information right now. The fundamentals of the coin. I'm like, okay, I don't even know what Bitcoin is, but that's fine. Okay, cool. I feel like this is a good little starter of our experiences.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And you're wanting to invest now, right?
I'm wanting to. So I will learn more. I might be the teacher of some things in the future.
I think you have it. I think you got that niche to you.
Yeah.
You just gotta learn a little bit more.
Yeah.
Or maybe a lot more.
Maybe a lot.
But I think you'd be really good at explaining it to people.
Yeah.
Because when I talk about crypto, I have so much crypto stuff going on in my head.
I feel like you forget that some people like me don't know, because we're friends, right? We've talked before. And he sometimes says things and I'm just like, my mind just goes blank and I'm like, I don't know what the second thing that you said is. And you're like, yeah, so when you have this envelope and it's twisted sideways to the right and you open it a crack to the left crack is actually how you enter into the envelope. And I'm like, what?
That's a good way. That's kind of a really good way of explaining it though, low-key, like in a simplified version. But I do get that. I get that feeling, because like now the more that I learn about it, I try telling like my parents, my friends, and they're like, dude, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, snap. Okay, yeah, maybe you should stick to the easy stuff.
You're like, let me dumb this down. I'll be the dumb one, and I'll dumb it down for y'all, so we can learn together. And then you're gonna have to come in hot with all the more technical stuff. For sure. I also think it's a really good, almost like a crash course for economics, because a lot of this stuff is like almost like early economics. The early stages of the economy, how we were building and stuff like that. All these companies are doing the same thing, so it's like, now I kind of feel like I'm learning all this stuff about how companies start up, like how financial companies start up, how they get bootstrapped, like how they push their product out and become a bigger business. Yeah. So I think just learning about crypto in general is a really good way of getting a good sense of like the whole finance world and economy and all that type of stuff. Yeah. So I think that it's better than just, you're going to make a decent amount of money investing, once you get the hang of it, but you're also learning so much that's going to be like super valuable. You were saying that you want to take control of your own finances. I want to be financially literate. I feel like I've been reading about that. I told you when you walked in, I'm reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Yeah. And it's talking about the importance of being financially literate. And right now in my life, I don't think I'm totally financially literate. Like I kind of understand things. I'm invested in stock, which is better than a lot of people,
100%.
you know, to at least be invested in something, but I still want to learn more and be able to make money. I want my money to make money.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's how I've been since day one. So I think it's like perfect that you're getting into crypto because it's a crash course. Like this is stuff that's happening so fast, rotating so fast. And the more that you're into it, the more that you're learning about it, like I guarantee you in 6 months, you're going to look back and be like, oh my gosh, like I didn't know anything. Now I know, like, holy cow, now I know how to open the envelope and twist it up to the left and then send it out right. You know what I mean? So I think it's really good. Like, a lot of people are going to benefit from getting into this type of space.
Heck yeah. Well, I think that's our first episode.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah. CryptoCast with Lete and
Jason.
yeah.